Hey everybody, it is Friday afternoon, about 2:30ish or so, a little bit thereafter. Finally getting my shave. Got 2 days worth of growth in there. Feels pretty nice. I was actually thinking about going all weekend. But onto my shave. It's gonna be a little long today because I got a lot to say real quick. But first, real quick, let me just say today's shave, Christopher David Bailey decided to create an event for, police officers and, the Blue Lives Matter kind of deal. And I definitely want to support that. I've got a lot of friends who are police officers. Grew up across the street from a chief of police from a small little town by me. So it means a lot. And obviously serving myself in the Air Force, other people who do similar jobs like that mean a lot to me. And I just really respect and appreciate those guys. And please, if you see a cop around, shake their hand, say hi. Just let them know they're loved, because right now there's just been a lot of animosity, a lot of hatred sent the wrong direction. I'll just put it that way. They don't deserve it. They're out there protecting us when we need them. That's who we call for. And that goes for every country out there. I know that's what cops are there for. They're good guys. Yeah, there's some bad apples here and there, but 99.99% of them, good guys. So in honor of that, my shave is going all blue. I've got the Crown King Sacre Blue. Mine doesn't have the Sacre Blue on it. It was back in the test phase. Going to finish that with Ice Blue from our boys in blue. The Sacred Blue, the Sacred guys in blue. I'm going with my blue brush. It's my Air Force brush, but by Nathan Clark. And then my razor, just got back today. My Fontana. Strap, and they got a little beautiful Fontana Arbest, beautiful razor. I'll get into that here in just a minute. And then the shaverage. I don't usually have a shaverage, but wanted something different today. My stomach's been acting up the whole last week from that getting over that cold, and so in here I've got the Matthew Weaver Earl Grey and honey tea. I've never had it. It's iced. I haven't even taken a sip yet, so let's go ahead. Darn good. I like it. So let me go ahead and start loading and I'll talk. If you're wondering about that Earl Grey and honey tea, Matt Weaver, go on to Matthew Weaver on YouTube, or just on YouTube, just search Matthew Weaver Earl Grey tea. You'll find it right away. He goes through, it's about 4 or 5 minute steps or how to make it. Super easy. Takes a few minutes and tastes delicious. I'm hoping it'll help my stomach a little bit more versus like drinking coffee and all that stuff. That figure maybe this will help a little bit. Plus, I want something different. The Fontana. Without going too deep into the story, it's been with my good friend Jaime Cobos for a while, and with the intent that it was my second ever straight razor. I had a gold dollar, and then I bought this off Anthony Esposito. And when I gave up on straights, I traded one for a brush from Nathan Clark, the horsehair brush back here, the tall one. And then the Fontana was sent to Jaime Cobos. At some point in time we were going to work out a sale and all that stuff. Never did. Was getting plenty good use with them. And when he saw that I was getting back into straights and really digging it, he said, I'm sending this back to you. So it's kind of cool to have my second ever straight back in the den. Yeah, it's just a beauty. I can't wait to shave with it. He touched it up and gave it I think a shave or two before he sent it back. All right. I do love this scent. Classic stuff. My pre-shave today, I used what's the line called again? The Dr. Squatch citrus or cedar citrus bar soap, and then after that I finished cleaning up with the Phoenix Ice pre-shave. I didn't put any on obviously for now. It was more just wanted a little cooling menthol, but also stuff just works really good on your face. am said, seeing for those that aren't in the States and those who are but aren't paying attention, there's been, I want to say it's 8 or 9 officers killed in the month of August. There's one specific where a guy was just pumping gas and somebody came up and shot him. Statistically, the deaths are by officers killed on duty are down compared to last year, this late into the year. I forget what the total is right now. One officer killed is too many. Especially, there's been, but I think what concerns me most, because obviously any of them being lost is a tragedy, concerns me most is the mentality of these actual true assassinations. Officers dying in duty, sad. But when you get a guy sitting there in his car and somebody walks up and just shoots him while he's in his car. I don't even have words for that. So, that's what's got me, obviously, even more concerned, because there's a lot of animosity towards the police, which is totally misguided. There's a faction of people in the society who think, and by faction, I'm not talking race, because it doesn't matter what color you are, there's a whole group of people out there that think the cops are the evil people. And I'm here to tell you they're not. Like I said, say cheers to the cop. Blue Cup bought this today, blue for this reason. Alright, 7 minutes in and we're finally getting to shave. Warm up the blade, wet the Allen block. Let's do this. I'm going to save my head shave for tomorrow. I should shave it today, but nice. Look at that. Cut through really nice. I'm extremely, I can't say enough, Jaime, how much, I don't know if you're going to watch this or not, but how happy I am to have this back. It really does mean a lot. See, I'm a little nervous on this side. I do have a zit that, who knows, that makes slice it open. See how much that was, since that was the whole half side on my face. Full half side there, except for the neck. Pretty impressive. I'll say this. First pass. Wow. I know he's my good friend. But all bias aside, I think Jaime needs to start honing razors for people. That is, drop some on my big fat belly. I'm so, because this edge is killer. It is extremely nice. I don't know what his technique is. I don't know what stones he uses, any of that stuff. But he's a Renaissance man. I'll say that much. The guy makes his own strops, makes his own scales. Modified razors before for himself. Does a lot of leather work. Before I really knew who Jaime was, he made something similar to this for a travel razor, and I didn't know him at the time, so I didn't feel comfortable contacting him. But I ended up having a friend of mine locally make me one. But he does those kind of things. He makes razor holders, out of leather. He makes, rolls, different things like that. The guy's just a Renaissance man, I tell you. He does all this different stuff. He has so many different skills. And I know some people may not know him because he's not active in a lot of the groups. But he's just a class act, somebody I'm happy to call a friend and a brother. Try to get right behind the ear there. Still the one area I struggle with, that chin. I swear that's why so many straight razor guys have goatees. Definitely a challenging spot. Alright, let's see where I'm at. I did nick that zit. One little spot there. A couple of weepers around here. A few little weepers, but not bad. For 2 days growth, that's the most I've ever had to whack through with a straight razor. You know, honestly, I probably don't need to touch this up, but I'm going to, especially being late in the day. But I'm just really impressed. I honestly, when I first got this razor in the past, I could not get a good shave with it at all. Obviously, technique was part of it, I'm sure. Probably a big part of it. Put water on my lips. But I found that when I had the, what was it? Boker Silver Steel was the blade that worked best for me. Which even that wasn't all that good for me at the time. But this thing is a champ right now. You're talking like January, I think. It's right around when I would have gotten this razor, I think. Maybe a little bit thereafter. Alright, now I can tell I definitely got some weepers from the Against the Grain pass. Nothing too bad. So I'm going to hit it with the Allen block, seal it up, and I will be right back after I clean up. Okay, I'm back, and look at this. This shave is phenomenal. Yeah, like I said, I got some some weepers, a little bit of irritation on the neck because of those, but I am super smooth. That cleanup through here, normally I always say there's a little left there, none at all. My face feels extremely nice, and what's funny, normally if you see when I do my mustache, I come this way and then I come back this way. During my cleanup I didn't go back, and in that direction I don't feel anything at all. Aqua Velva Blue, I'm expecting some stinging here, especially on the neck area. Actually, not too bad. And then once this dries down, I'm going to put on the Club Guy Balm. Just feel like a balm kind of day. It's overcast, kind of rainy. So I'm going to finish off with a balm. Well, everybody, that right there is my shave to our law enforcement. Like I said, it means a lot to me what those guys do. Doesn't matter if you're U.S. Marshal, Federal Services, any of those types, you know, local, county, state, whatever you are. If you're watching this, thank you. God bless you. Please be safe. You know, I've heard reports of since that officer was shot, I think it was down in Houston, was the one where he's pumping his gas or at the gas station. I've heard reports now of a couple people saying they see an officer pumping his gas, or you know, going and saying, "Worry about your gas, I got your back," and watching over the officer's back. I would imagine that would, as an officer, I would feel fantastic to know people are there. And then one case, the officer went into the store, and the guy was like, "I'll watch your car for you." So to me, that's just special. I don't think the police get enough credit. You know, as a service member, I get thanked for my service, and I'm a guardsman. I was active duty for 8 years, but I do National Guard full time now. I never deploy, none of that stuff like that. I'm not in danger, and people thank me. It feels awkward. People don't thank cops enough. So for me and my family, to all the officers out there that might be watching, God bless. Thank you. God bless America. and the world as well. So we'll see you guys tomorrow for Saturday Shave and the What Shavers Roundtable. See you later.